guys, welcome back to the garden. So in today's video, we are finally going to pot up my pink lemonade blueberry bush. I'm really excited about this because I seem to know how to grow blueberries here in good old Bernie/San Antonio, Texas. And blueberries are one of my favorite fruits during the summertime. And I've always wanted this pink strawberry or pink lemonade. I'm sorry. Blueberry, not because I think it tastes like pink lemonade, just because it's pink. And I've had her since the beginning of the year when they first came out at Lowe's. She's lived a really hard life. So today I am going to free her from that hard life, give her the living conditions that she deserves, and put her in her growing spot. So hopefully we can get some pink berries off of her today. So huge shout out to Hisea boots. They sent me some amazing garden boots, and I have been wearing them for about a month now. And I finally tried them long enough where I can give you some honest feedback about them because they are amazing, but I'll share some details about that in just a second. So before we hop in, let's go look at the blueberry bush that is currently growing and living her best life. And then I'm gonna come back and show you how I potted it up to get it to flourish like it is. Let's hop into today's video. So real quick, let me show you the results of my labor last year. So this is a premier blueberry bush that I planted last year in the same fashion that I am about to show you. And as you can see, she is loaded. And all I used was potting soil, pine bark mulch, and this soil acidifier that I'm about to show you how to pot it up. This is the second year in Texas. I do have it on drip, but as you can see, she is good and happy. She is ready for a bird net, and I am going to give it to her. Now we got another one over here that doesn't look as prolific, but this was a baby last year when I planted it, and we had some rough stuff going on. So while it doesn't have as many berries, it is still flowering and still doing its thing. So they're not too far apart. I'm not sure what type of blueberry this is. It's the kind I got at Lowe's, but it got the same treatment. I do know that it works because this one was full of flowers. I think I just got to it late as far as making sure it was acidic enough this year. So the production is kind of low, but nonetheless, it works. Stop. It works. And I'm going to show you how I got all those berries. So let me go grab the pine bark mulch and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so before we get into potting up this blueberry bush, let's talk about our feet for a minute. And let's talk about how cute these boots are from Hisea. OMG. Okay, so about a month ago, Hisea reached out and asked if I wanted to try out their boots. And I was like, absolutely, because I care about my feet, especially in the garden. Now, one of the things that I love about these boots is that not only are they cute, but they are highly functional. So these are the mid-calf waterproof boots, but I actually wear them for everything. And it's been raining just about every day this month, which has made it really, really hard for me to get out. But when I do come outside and I'm in the garden, and I'm sure you guys have peeped these in other videos, these are the shoes that I wear because I'm able to dig in them. I'm able to be in the water in them. I'm able to throw dirt around and I don't have to worry about anything getting inside of the boot when I fold them up. And then if I want to keep cool or something like that, I can just roll them down, and they work absolutely amazing as well. They have a lifetime warranty on the boot. And as you can see over on the website, there are a number of options that you could choose from if you were looking for a good outdoor boot. I just happen to love pink and I happen to love being in the garden. So this was the one that I chose. Now, I usually wear a 7.5, but I read some reviews and they said to size down. So I got a size 7 and they fit absolutely perfect. So if you're looking for a good pair, I highly recommend them. There's details in the description below. Alright friends, so this is a pink lemonade blueberry. Now according to the internet, the pink lemonade is probably the sweetest blueberry you can get, and as you can see, she's lived a bit of a rough life. So I've actually had this blueberry since the beginning of the year, and I don't know what has taken me so long to plant this bush, but she is finally getting her home today. Now, the pot that I am actually going to use is this 16-inch pot that I got from Walmart. Now, I could actually go bigger because this plant likes full sun. It says it could be self-fruiting, but you have higher yields when planted with another variety of blueberries, which is why I'm putting it smack dab in the middle of my premier bush and my other blueberry plant, because they all flower at the same time. Now, I could go into a bigger pot because this plant doesn't have to move, but aesthetic wise and availability wise, we're using this one because that's what I could get my hands on. Probably waited too late. Now, one of the things that's important to know about blueberries is they love acidic soil, and they need another type of blueberry plant to fruit. Okay, so when you're choosing your blueberry plants, my friends, choose the type that are going to fruit around the same time. You'll have to do a little research. If you want me to share more about that, I absolutely can in later videos, but you just want to make sure that you get a similar variety, another variety of blueberry bush that is going to fruit for you at the same time. Now, I'm in South Central Texas, so I think our southern low bush types are the types that you want to grow around here. So I have a premier, I have this pink lemonade now, and then I have the other one, which I'm not sure what it is, but I'm adding this pink lemonade because the ideal spacing, they say, for blueberries is about 10 feet apart, and those other two blueberries are about 15 feet apart, which is why I'm not sure if the other one is struggling because of that, but I do think this one helped pollinate the other one because they were all flowering at the same time. This one just didn't get the love it needed, so all of the fruit fell off. So fixing that today, but just keep that in mind when you're growing blueberries, and making sure your soil has what it needs, because these things love acidity. I cannot put them in the ground. Our soil will just not work. Okay, so that is why they are going into pots. So let me position you so I can show you how I actually sorry, let's see if I can get this to work. Them boots, look at them boots. Whew, I hate this. Let me see, is it gonna work? Get through to you. If you let your guard down, baby, this is what I'll do. I'll do. Come on, baby. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I will love to take you to a place you've never been. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I will love to take you to a place. When it comes to the soil, I'm using a raised bed and potting mix, the same potting mix and raised bed mix that I use with the veggies. I am going to mix in quite a bit of soil acidifier. I am even going to mix in some pine bark mulch and some earthworm castings. So I'm going to layer this. So I'm going to start with the potting mix. Then I'm going to mix that with, it'll be like 1 part potting mix, 1 part pine bark mulch, soil acidifier. Mix it up real good. Then I'm going to put the plant in its pot so I can save its hole. Do it again on repeat, this time with earthworm castings, just so that can be immediately available to the plant, because we need it acidic and we need it well draining and nutrient rich. So we got to hit all of those. So let's fill her up. It's not going to take us long, but let's go ahead and get to mixing. Now, when I'm potting up my blueberries, I try to keep in mind that the plant loves or it lives rather in its natural habitat in like a very barky area. So when I was doing my research last year and planting up my blueberries, one of the things that I ran across is that, if you mix pine bark mulch into the soil, that also is a great way to add acid into the soil. And it also gives the texture that the blueberry plant loves. And from what I can see, that is accurate. So last year when I was potting them up, I layered in as much acid as I could because when you purchase potting soil, those soils are neutral. So it takes a lot of work to get them to either be alkaline or acidic or whatever your plant needs. So I did this layering technique because I wanted to make sure that as the plant grew and the roots grew, that acidity wasn't just at the top, that it was all the way through the mix. And then once a year, when I am doing the maintenance and the upkeep on the plant, I'm able to drop it down and that acidity will leach down into the soil. But I just wanted to put that out there because I don't think I mentioned it at any other part of the video. That's why I actually mix the mulch into the soil, because it breaks down really well. And it's another added benefit of adding the acid that your plant is going to love into your pot, and doing so organically over a period of time, if that makes sense.
This is what I'll do. I'll do. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I will love to take you to a place you've never been. Love you, I will love you, I will love you like a queen. I would love to take you to a place you've never been before.
Guys, she's all potted up. Now I am going to actually take her and put her in position because she's gonna get heavy when it's time to water her, and then I'll water her in. So once I water her in, man, it's hot out here today, hot and humid. Once I water her in, I'm also going to hit her with an actual acidic, it's an acidic solution. I'll show you what it is, but I'm doing that because she's been in the pot since February, so I know she doesn't have the nutrients that she's needed. I'm sure you saw how many roots and how compacted that root ball was. So I'm sure she needs some acid like right now. And at the beginning of every season, or at the beginning of this season rather, I actually hit these other blueberry plants with the same solution and they loved it. So I'm gonna move her into position, water her in real good. Then we're gonna mix the solution, water that in, and then water her again. And she's gonna be all set and hopefully ready to thrive and rock and roll for us and give us some pink blueberries maybe this year, because I do see some flowers coming back. So let's see how it goes. Let's go put her up where she's gonna live for the season. Okay, so I got her in her spot, and I also went and found the solution that I was talking about. It is a soil acidifier plus iron. Now, our water here is awful. We have hard water, and this soil that I just put in is very neutral. And that soil acidifier is going to take a little bit, like it's hot now, so it'll go ahead and break down, but it's going to take a few weeks. So in order to give my plant what it wants right now, I am going to go ahead and hit it with this, following the instructions that are on the bottle with just a gallon of water. I'm going to go ahead and hit it, and I might do it again in 6 weeks, just depends. Specifically because I haven't dropped any fertilizer in, because I don't know if it's going to go through a little transplant shock. It's in the 80s, so we'll see how things go. And I don't want to have too much going on too soon. I just want to make the soil happy and work on it while the plant is getting acclimated to being in the pot. And in about 3 to 6 weeks, I'll give it some fertilizer, because I don't even know if it's going to fruit. My goal right now is just to get it healthy. So let's go check out the spot that it's in and then water it in. Then we'll come back and mix that up so that we can hit it with that as well. Turn the water. So she's actually in the same size pot as this guava tree, and she loves her life. So for the sake of all things being aesthetic, we went with the same pot that we could find. So here she is. She's going to live right here. As you can see, the pot is a perfect size for that, and the sun is sunning. So let's go ahead and water her in real quick, and then we'll mix up the soil acidifier to get her what she needs right now. Ooh, shake it off. One to 3 feet in height, which ours is, we're going to apply 1 gallon of the mixture. So dilute 1 teaspoon per quart of water and apply 1 cup of mixture per 6-inch pot. So this is a potted plant. So 1 teaspoon per quart. So there's 4 quarts in a gallon. And then apply 1 quart of mixture per 6 inches. So we got 16 inches, so 6, 12. So we need a little less than a gallon, so that we can do it. So 1 to 5 inch trunk diameter, apply 1 to 5 gallons of the mix. That's for fruit trees if they're in the ground. This isn't in the ground, it's in a pot. We're going to follow these instructions. So 3 teaspoons, 3/4 of a gallon, and we're going to make it work that way.
So I realized I didn't record a formal outro for the video, so this will serve as our outro. Once you fertilize your plant, or once you water in with this iron solution and acidic solution, you want to water again on top of it, just to water it in, and then watch your plant grow. Like, you can do this every 6 weeks, I believe, if you want to, but I generally will only do it once, just to give the plant what it needs. And then it gives that soil acidifier time to break down in the soil, and the plants flourish. As long as you keep the water patterns good, like keep the soil evenly moist, don't let it dry out completely, your plant is going to love you. It needs light. Even in this south Central Texas like my blueberries do well. And as you can see, we got a lot of fruits. So I hope this video helped if you're considering growing blueberries of your own. And happy growing. See you in the next video.